Yes, ready for dictation. Start. Revenue has to go into a consolidated fund. Stop. That is the mandate of Article 266 of the Constitution. Stop. It has to either go into the consolidated fund of India or the consolidated fund of a state. Stop. It cannot go nowhere, and I am afraid the draft amendment circulated leaves this question unanswered. Stop. I can understand the problem that you faced. Stop. I think, to the best of my knowledge, the problem was how to avoid double counting. Stop. But I think there was a more elegant way of dealing with the problem of double counting. Stop. I think the draft is clumsy. Stop. Maybe it can't be rectified at this stage when we are in the final stages of debating the bill. Stop. But I would just add a word of caution that the drafting in this respect is rather clumsy. Stop. The second issue was, I think, an issue that could have resolved in 5 minutes. Stop. How can you, in a destination based tax, have a retrograde provision like some states being allowed to impose an additional 1% question mark? What is the rationale of a GST question mark passage? The rationale of a GST is that we must avoid multiplicity of taxes, we must avoid cascading of taxes, and we must be able to capture every taxable transaction. Stop. If you give to some states the power to impose an additional 1% tax, and in the bill that was circulated, it could have been imposed by more than one state as goods pass from one state to another, it would have led to multiplicity of tax rates, it would have led to cascading, and it would have led to a situation where several transactions may or may not be captured. Stop. This was immediately pointed out, but I think the government was during that time, not today, rather stubborn. Stop. The chief economic advisor of the government pointed out that this was a retrograde provision and this should be scrapped, and I am happy that this has been scrapped. Stop. GST does not stand only for goods and services tax, it also stands for good sense triumphs. Stop. Ultimately, for good sense triumphs, you have dropped the 1% tax, and I thank you for accepting our suggestion to drop the 1% tax. Stop. This is would very well serve our purpose for GST as such. Stop passes. The second major issue is dispute resolution. Stop. Now, please remember that dispute resolution between the center and states, between one state and one or more states, between a group of states and a group of states, is not a matter on which the Constitution is silent. Stop. Over.